Welcome, Pierre. Always a delight to have you.
Always happy to be here.
Thanks so much for coming. Could you tell me what you think's happened this year?
Yeah, it's been really strange. I'm struggling to put it together in my own head, but there was a wave of entrepreneurship that maybe lacked the structure and the organization of what we've seen in previous waves of entrepreneurship. There was a lot of money and a lot of greed, and it drove irrational investor behavior. And so I think that from an entrepreneur's perspective, a lot of them took advantage of that because that's what entrepreneurs need to do, is live another day. Right. But at the same time, they were enabled by an investor community with open arms who was looking for the next, quote unquote, Bitcoin or Ethereum. Right.
Okay. So what do you think, where do you think we're going in 2019 with crypto and blockchain?
Yeah, it's really interesting. I think that I'm starting to see a renewed focus on problem solving. And I'll give you an example. I met with a company, or I spoke with a company in Brazil that was involved in trade finance. We talked for 45 minutes and they never mentioned blockchain. So at the end of the conversation, I said, well, look, we were introduced because you were doing something with blockchain. And they said, oh yeah, we are. We've built in Corda, the R3 platform, into our software. Our customers, who are small businesses, have no idea they're using it. And they're because they were solving a specific problem that had to do with settlement, that had nothing to do with blockchain this or blockchain that. And so that was appreciated. Since then, I think we're seeing companies, for example, like Securitize or Harbor, that are dealing with the tokenization of real assets. And it's interesting because there's a real economic benefit. Moving securities between accredited investors can sometimes be expensive, challenging, and there's, at least between limited partners and VC funds, there's something called illiquidity discounts. Whereas with this, you can build in a lot of the legal work into the token and just facilitate how it moves, and there's a real cost reduction. And so I think once we start to talk about solving real problems, I'm more skeptical about the token economy the way we've seen it, yes. But I expect a different sort of economy to emerge.
Okay. So hopefully it'll be a bit more grounding 2019 than this year's been a bit.
Yeah, well, at the same time, I also think it's going to be, it'll be more grounded, but we will also not see a lot of the extreme behaviors. For example, right. I've been looking into some of the platforms, and the level of development activity has increased while the value and the prices of all these tokens have completely fallen apart. So the good news there is that we're cleaning out the space from speculators, and we're seeing at least the builders have a shot at really building. That's great. So again, it's early, but we'll see how that turns out.
Well, thank you so much for coming. I'm sure it's going to be a fabulous panel if you're on it.
Looking forward to it. Thank you.